Talk about scamming, artificial intelligence, and student debt. I'm going to start with student debt. The way how you can avoid student debt is to take advantage of the scholarship opportunity that the university offered. So, for example, I am a GMU student who is about to graduate. Um, I took opportunity of all the scholarship and student grant that my university offered by maintaining my GPA. I never took student loan that I have to repay. The only time I went into student debt was when I was living on campus from the fall of 2022 to the spring to the summer of 2023. Other than that, ever since I moved back home and I did not have to deal with any student debt issue. And then I maintained my GPA at the university level, and then Pell Grant just transferred into my account and brought a lot of my amount down. And then I took advantage of all the scholarship opportunity that my university offered. The other part I want to talk about is scamming. Um, Charlie Kirk has been going around college campuses and saying that college is a scam. But it is contradictory. Uh, like if let's just say if people stop going to colleges, how is Charlie Kirk going to be able to talk to voters? The reason why he visits a lot of these college campuses, he wants to talk to a lot of voters and encourage them to vote conservatives. He wants to appeal to Gen Z voters. And the Republican actually did really well with Gen Z. And Brett Cooper is a useful tool for Gen Z. The Daily Wire promoted her, they marketed her, they wrote her content, they made her. And she's a useful tool to push Gen Z for conservatism. Um, life can life can also be a scam. So, for example, Donald Trump before his inauguration, he launched before his inauguration, he launched a meme coin crypto scam and he made billions of dollars before he took office. Crystal Ball was a penny stock scammer. There is an article in 2015 where her and her husband and her former husband made millions of dollars because of the penny stock scam they were doing. So it's not just college that is a scam. Life can be a scam, and people can scam others. Now, in regards to artificial intelligence, AI has its flaws. It does make mistake, and it can get answers wrong. For example, when I was living on campus back in the summer of 2023, I took Economics 104. And one of my take-home quiz, AI got like a couple questions wrong, and I ended up getting a 75 out of 100 in one of my quizzes in Econ 104. And in my Nutrition 295 course, in one of my third unit exam that was open book online, I had like a AI got a bunch of answers wrong. The only reason why I finished the class with an 85 out of 100 as opposed to a 75 out of 100 is because in one of the question, that my professor answer that my profession gave, it was like a 10 points, it was like a 10-point free, it was like a free 10 point where we have to click yes. And I ended up getting an 85 out of 100 as opposed to a 75 out of 100. Um, Finance 303, this this class has to deal with accuracy and precision. If you round too early, it will mark as wrong. In one of my bonus assignments, there were a bunch of finance questions that AI got wrong. But me, like a smart individual, what I did was I I gave it the formula, and then I verified all the answer in my calculator by writing the equation on the piece of paper and then plugging the number on the calculator. And in marketing 333, I recorded 4 of my worst quizzes grade using AI. So it was like open note online. And I had like a 12 out of 20 in quiz number 3, 4, 6, 11, and 12. And one quiz, it was cool. It was chapter 13. I had like a 14 out of 20. So it does have flaws. It is not 100% accurate. And you have to get around that loopholes to get answer right. Another example, in one of my marketing 333 class, one of our assignment was to list a bunch of stock company that is located in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. What I did was AI did like the Google search for me, and it listed me a bunch of company that was located in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. And then when I did my own Google search, I was able to identify that some of those companies weren't even located in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area. Some of them was located in New York and Los Angeles. And then I had to correct that. So it does make mistakes. It doesn't mean it will score 100% all the time or above 90% all the time. It will get a bunch of answers wrong. And 2 weeks ago, he had like a turning point conference. Charlie Kirk had like a turning point conference is the reason why um, kids should go to college is to find is to is to find love. That's one of the joke he made about bringing back the MRS degree when there was like a 14-year-old girl who has aspiration to do political journalism. You don't necessarily have to go to college to get an MRS degree. You can get you can find you can find somebody if you are at work. Like Brett Cooper was able to find a husband at work. That's what I remember in one of her interview. She said that she was able to find her love at work. She did not find a love in colleges. She went to UCLA, but she did not find her love there. She found her love at work, and she's Brazilian. And you can also go to, you don't necessarily have, and he has made great point in terms of the MRS, he has made great point in terms of trade school. Trade school is a good option. Construction worker, becoming a plumber, becoming an electrician. This is more like hands-on. And another option that people can consider, as opposed to go to college where people think it's a scam, where people like Charlie Kirk think it's a scam, people can go to the U.S. Naval Academy or go to the U.S. Military Academy and learn how to use firearm, learn how to survive, and so forth. Jimmy Carter graduated from the U.S. Naval Academy, and he served 18 years in the U.S. Navy, 9 years as an active duty and 9 years as a reserve. And then um, he, and that's it. Tulsi Gabbard, on the other hand, graduated from the military academy. I know, and she served in the Afghanistan war or something. So this is another option. That's all I gotta say.